So my plans for this factory layout are obviously to get it up and running. So right now, obviously the track's all terribly tarnished and some rust specks here and there. Of course, there's 40, 50 years of dust all over everything and grime and so forth. Some of the wiring's been attacked by maybe some mice and some other stuff. Actually, the talking station, the 755, it's actually the worst piece of the bunch out of everything that came home with me yesterday. And you can see all of that nasty rust on there, and you can see all the mess inside. And so some of these things have been wrapped up per the original, the seller, the original owner. I think the last 20 years, that's what the newspapers were dated of 2002. And so what I think happened is a mouse or two carried some debris, some nest baking material down there into that box and got on this station, and I think that's all mouse urine damage there, that rust and so forth. So I'll see if I can take care of that. Worst case, I might have to take that down and do a little restoration on it. If not, I've actually got another talking station that's in really nice shape that I could replace it with. The funny thing is that the talking station was in the same box as as this log loader, and somehow the log loader didn't fare nearly as much damage as the station did. So I mean, it is what it is. So anyway, what I'll end up doing is I'll pull all these sections of track in the road bed up. We'll clean all the road bed. If I can clean the track, I will. If I need to replace it, that's not a problem. I believe I've got a few pieces of track, so I'm not too worried about that. Then we'll do some mild cleaning on the board. I've been talking to a few other collectors that have some of these layouts to try and get a good understanding of proper colors and so forth. So I want to keep it all original. Obviously I don't want to damage anything, but I want it to obviously look its best too, right? So between myself and some of the other collectors and their layouts that they've gotten to work on, you put all that information together and you can kind of glean the history of what type of methods for painting and building these layouts went into these things when American Flyer AC Gilbert put these together. And so one of those questions is, are the paints that you see, the color tones and hues that you see here, did they all come from the factory, or were some of them added afterwards? If that's the case, do you need to try and get rid of some of those or not? And you can also see there's a lot of staples, and so these staples are areas where lichen and moss were. I think there's some holes for some trees and stuff in various places. And I actually have a bag or two of dried up trees that the previous owner provided. So anyway, with the history and with the information available out on the internet from a few other collectors that we talked to and so forth, the goal is to get this thing back up in as good a complete shape as it can and get it running. And obviously I'll take some videos of that. It'd probably be a really good little layout to display, to take some videos of various sets and so forth running. So anyway, that's kind of the plans for it. So it'd be nice if I could get it put back together before Christmas, but we'll see.